Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Sunday/Monday stream with Horns.
Yay!
We're going to be facing Millennia once again. This will actually be our last run, so if we somehow do not beat it, which we have a lot of runs, like I think 125 or something like that, chances. This will be the end of Elden Ring. If we beat it, this will be the end of Elden Ring. So yeah, no matter what, it's going to be on. And then we're going to be going on to our next game, which is a Genshin Impact, most likely. But anyways, hello, Horns.
Hi. Hey, do you like snacks?
I love snacks. I'm eating potato chips right now.
Do you like Japan?
I love Japan. There's cool things there.
Do you like snacks from Japan?
Sure.
There's this box that I'm not sponsored to say this, but I've been doing this for the past 4 months and it's really delicious. It's called Sakurako.
What the hell does that sounds like?
It's like it'd be in America. More
Saki.
people would pronounce it probably like Sakurako, like the Sakura plant company, but
Okay.
it's all one word. And it's a monthly subscription service. They send you a box full of just snacks from Japan. And
that's
because
cool.
all the labels are in Japanese, they give you a little booklet which like tells you what everything is and what it tastes like.
How much is it?
I don't know. I have the like 3-month 3-month thing. I get one every month for 3 months, and I think
that's
it's
cool.
like $100. It's like maybe oh no, it's 135 with shipping, so it's like 35 a box ish.
Interesting. But they're really good.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely okay. I'll admit there are like every once in a while there'll be a thing, and I'm like, oh, what is this? But what's life without a little adventure?
Absolutely.
And it's very few things that happen. Like there was one in this most recent box that kind of had me like that. It was the olive arare.
But is it olive, like as in the green or black olives? That type of taste?
Yeah, so it's like a crouton.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's made from Japanese rice with extra virgin olive oil and basil.
I probably would like that. I love olives. Hey, Storm, how's it going?
It's just
Elden Ring.
most of the things in the box are usually sweet. So having something that savory, I was like, oh, I wasn't ready. But yeah, no, it's very yummy.
So what was it called one more time?
That's the name of the company or the item?
The product that you're representing. Oh, that you're pretending to represent.
It's Sakurako.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my favorite thing is easily the dorayaki. It's basically like 2 pancakes with some red bean paste put in between them.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah. Lots of just yummy things.
Sounds amazing. All right.
Let's go kill Millennia.
Yeah, kill Millennia. So, a streamer, we have like over 100 chances. This is our last stream. If I beat her, we end it. If I don't beat her, we end it. Hopefully we beat her. That'd be a little sad if I don't beat her, but... Oh no.
Whoops.
Oh shit. All right.
That didn't work.
That was interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, swip, dodge. And it's just like, oh no, you're gonna do one more. Oops.
There it is. Oh, I thought I was dead. That's alright.
Well, streamer, so like, if we don't for all this, like, but this is the last time we're streaming Elden Ring.
Wow. Okay, this armor is definitely... Oh shit, it's definitely better. I can survive a lot.
Win or lose, streamer, this is the last stream of Elden Ring.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll probably record off stream and eventually beat her, but like, We don't want to dedicate multiple streams just to fighting Millennium. Millennium being the last boss we're fighting.
Alright.
As somebody that dedicated a
Oh,
whole
shit.
week of streaming to fighting Millennium,
I didn't realize it was that move. That's fine. Post a screenshot. Yeah.
We'll do more than a screenshot. We'll have a video.
All right. There's run 1 out of 1,000,000. Five streams of fighting Millennia.
I've done it too. It's just, it gets tiring.
I can
So
see
this will
that.
be our, but like last stream we had the whole Halleck Tree area to explore and everything. It was more than just fighting Millennia.
That is true. And we got
This
really
one-
close to beating her too, which was another plus. Oh, damn it. That was a waste for me. Oh my freaking Christ, man.
That was good.
For me, it was terrible. That's alright though.
Oh god.
Watch out!
Unlucky.
I was letting her do that move around me and she kept missing me. I mean, she hit me, but like, it didn't waste me. I stunned her. Alright. Da, 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 da. Terrible run. That's alright.
I still wish that rune arcs were craftable. That was the only thing I didn't like about this game. I really wish those were craftable with everything else in the game as it is.
Yeah. No, that would make definitely more fun. Or not fun, but like interesting and oh god, that's gonna kill me. Oh well. Damn it. That's being a little too forward.
I actually almost got her to second phase before I got despawned. Jamin, long time no see.
Hey, Jamin.
Now, you might have been in Flint streams, but I haven't seen you in forever, so what's up?
We got jumping attacks. Hell yeah. Da, 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 da. I've seen you a lot, little hamster. Exactly. In real life, he's smaller than even my screen.
That's just not true. I have a massive capybara.
Yeah, I think he's actually as tall as me, which is kind of frightening. Okay. We got to do our weak phase. Holy. Okay. Okay.
Smooth.
That is adorable. I like that little emote. Just one shot me. That's nothing big.
I mean, she does that.
Oh yeah, he does. That's what I get
A
from
lot.
boasting. I'm like, you know, we're gonna take you out. She's like, really? Let me do this move.
Oh, that's Yumiki's new emote. Nice.
Oh really? Oh, that's so adorable. I need to freaking get more emotes. What the heck? Is that another one of theirs?
Maybe.
No, no, you're not gonna come after me like that.
that was good.
That was good and kind of lucky a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's
Come on,
like,
hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
all right, not bad, not bad.
Okay, good, good, good.
Okay, kill myself.
Come on, come at me. Come at me. Fine, don't come at me.
All right.
It's like, fine, don't come at me. See what happens. Okay, don't attack me.
All right. Let's stay away a little bit. Actually, let's keep this out temporarily. Oh wow, yeah. Is that the move? No. Okay.
Explosion hit. Oh, that's bad.
All right, good.
I'm against the wall. Boy, that was scary.
Okay, run back, run back. Actually, screw it.
Okay, just focusing me. This is doing really knocking on wood, but this is going really well.
Yeah, I have my knife out just in case. Oh shit. All right.
Bleed, 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 bleed. Hit her, hit her, hit her.
Yes! Hell yeah, the first try on that form. Wow. Woo.
Nice.
Wow, that was 12 minutes. Not even. See, damn, that was real fast. Good job.
I was like, yo, this run's going smooth. Let's go.
That's insane.
Honestly, that was such a good run.
That really was. Like, to stay back, to stay back. I think the moment that you could have died was that one spot where you got trapped on the wall, but you didn't.
I know. It's just like, ooh, this is spooky. This is spooky. I'm in a wall.
That was quick. Hell yeah. Oh man, that feels good.
Well, now we could do one of two things.
Uh-huh.
We could go to Genshin and
Yep.
play some Genshin,
Right?
or we could do a media share and laugh and have some fun.
That's a good question. Well, first off, let me just spend these last souls of happiness.
And I need to go to the
12-minute
library
stream. We just end it. Goodbye, all.
No, we're not going to end it there. That was a good run, though. That was like such a good run.
That
Oh my
really
gosh.
was. We were like prepared for battle and just.
We were prepared to do this for a while, and
Damn,
we
she gives us
just
a lot. How much? Oh, Jesus, she gave me a lot. Oh, well, I'll put it on.
Yes, it is true. That was, yes, I think that was 5 attempts this stream.
Yeah, like we had a rough couple, first runs, kind of, and then just obliterated her. Man, that feels good. I'm really happy about that. Okay, well, let me guess. And that. All right, so kind of do want to go to Genshin. There's an event. Did you ever figure out how long this lasting?
No.
Well, actually, let's ask the people in chat. Trimmer, Jamin, what would you want? Elden Ring or videos? Clips. So Millennia is supposedly the hardest boss in the game. Like, people spend, oh gosh, days on her.
Melania is... Well, so one of the funniest things that I saw was somebody made a video where they had 3 of every boss go against Melania and see if any of the bosses could beat her, with 3 of themselves against it. And 3 bosses got close. 1 boss succeeded.
That's interesting.
Gideon the All-Spamming, also known as Gideon the All-Knowing. No, Gideon the All-Knowing is the boss we fought before we fought the first Elden Lord and HornHero. Then after him was the Radagon and the Elden Beast, if you remember that fight. He was the guy. He was really quick and easy to beat. But so the thing is, if the fight goes on for any amount of time, he just starts spamming every single kind of magic in the game.
Oh.
So the joke is he's not Gideon the All-Knowing, he's Gideon the All-Spamming. He has like infinite magic and just keeps spamming magic attacks. But like if you hit damage really fast, then it's just like he just dies. It's like, oh, whoops, was that a fight? But yeah, but because there's actually time for him to cast spells, and there were 3 of them to distract aggro, he almost beat Melania.
The cute emo. That's hilarious.
HornHero almost beat Melania, but he died to Scarlet Rot before he could do like the last tick of damage in the final form. Or one of the 3. The other 2 had died. But then the Godskin duo almost got it too. That was pretty funny. And the one boss that was able to beat Melania was Malekith.
Okay.
But I'm honestly down for whatever. I
feel like Genshin, I kind of did want to like start it, so and
yeah, that's fine.
This thing is limited time. Probably is best to start it faster than now, or you know. Bought you an anime game on PS5? What game is that? I think of games that are on PS5. Farm and stream list. Black Clover. No. That sounds familiar.
Black Clover is a game similar to Fairy Tail, or is an anime similar to Fairy Tail?
Oh yeah, you're right. That's why I heard of it. I can't remember. In Genshin, let's try it.
I'm quickly getting my setup for
to do a similar thing. Oh.
Actually, let's do that. Alright, and I have my Bubble Boy built set up.
So he's gonna buy another game? Oh, nice. If we're gonna need a PS5 in general, I'm gonna get play the new Final Fantasy Rebirth that's gonna come out at the end of this year or next year. Plus I want to play the Yuffie storyline, and I haven't because you can't play it unless you have the PS5. Oh, this I back to this. No. Genshin, there you are.
Bayonetta, that's a good one.
Come on, work, Genshin. I have to do it the hard way. Well, it's not the hard way. I don't know why that doesn't work.
Just for shoots and giggles, I'm gonna go try fighting the Elden Beast a time or two.
Okay. I'll do it that way. I haven't played Genshin in a good while. Actually, probably since last stream, which that was would have been I feel like 3 months ago. Not quite sure.
It's been a
Oh,
hot minute.
Boya Nita. That's that girl who has like glasses and dresses in like a kimono and has like big breasts or something like that, right?
Deserted island. Rain is a precious source
Sort
of drinking water.
So she's a
There's
witch.
no need for it now, though.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't played it, but I've seen someone have Akadi fix it. Yeah, Akadi, what do you have to say about it? You can't fool me. I can see right through you. Wait, you cannot see through people. That's freaking bull. Yep, passes on. She's insane. Oh wait, I don't play with controller on this game. Controller off. Keyboard on. Okay. Jeez, I don't even remember what I was doing in this game. Oh yeah, I need to freaking do the okay, let's see. Where is that event? I'm assuming it's over in Guan Stone Forest. That's where the other one was, right?
No.
Okay.
It's in Mondstadt. Go talk to Barbara.
The keyboard fits off. Actually, I'm gonna pull up my map. No, that's not my map. What event is it called?
I don't know.
Okay. Wait, is it this event maybe? Maybe it's this event. What's this event? The crone returns on the wind? That sounds like it. Actually, let me just pull up the email. Notice. Tell me stuff. New story.
Well, Jamin, before you can go to Sumeru, you have to finish the Chasm storyline.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm super behind.
If you ever want to trade
I
tactics,
am also behind.
I'm always ready.
Okay, let's see. What? Complete the following win quest to unlock. Wait, what win quest? What are you talking about? Okay, we have 36 days to finish this.
No, that's not too bad.
That's actually that's plenty of time. So obviously we have to get this. Look at it. Official.
I created another universe and founded
Outfit.
paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrt.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing exactly a bit of off topic today, but I tried some ghost pepper. I don't think I've ever had that. They were good and spicy as expected. That sounds delicious. I want that. Why is my eye twitching? I don't like it. Yeah, I freaking love hot stuff. And obviously ghost pepper.
Oh, yeah, that's so just go talk to Barbara at Mondstadt and that'll start that quest.
So I don't need to do this Crone Returns of the Wind.
I don't think so.
You said I had to do a wind chapter. Okay, wait, actually, who did you say it was? You said it was in Mondstadt?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to speak with it? Get up. Up.
Yeah, somebody challenged me to do the one chip challenge. And I beat that. That was yummy.
Yeah. Imagine Carolina Reaper. Yum, 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 yum. I would die. I would like it. Okay. So you said I need to speak with who here?
Barbara, the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, yeah. She's in the church, right?
No.
Oh, wait, where is she?
She's at the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, right. Yeah. I can't remember that. See, this is how long I haven't played it. I forgot that was even called a thing.
I accepted the challenge on the basis that I upcoming 3.0. I haven't seen anything about 3.0. But I mean, I'll be excited for it.
Where's she in here?
No, that's the Knights of Favonius. The Adventurers Guild is the little like compass marker on your map. When you're in the Mondstadt main area.
Wah. Oh, this thing right here? The dishonored trial? No, that's not daily. I think it's daily. No, what the hell is that?
Just talk to Barbara. There's no quest about it. Just talk to her.
Well, no, I'm trying to find her.
Do you see next to one of the teleport signs, the little compass symbol?
Oh, yeah, thingy.
That's where you go talk to her.
Yeah. I don't know anything.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Is it Barbara's here? You mean Catherine?
Catherine, yes. Sorry, my bad. I said
Okay,
wrong
that's
name.
why I was like confused. I'm like, where the hell's Barbara? La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Mhm, mhm.
Wait, talking to her didn't start the cutscene?
Nope.
Shoot.
Ad Astra.
Then maybe you do have to do something else.
I said some one thing.
When you're high up, everyone.
Wait, what's this thing though? Dishonor trial? Is that important? Actually, I'm gonna do what this map says.
If you ever want
Where is it?
trade tactics,
Oh yeah, that's
I'm always ready.
the until we meet again quest line.
Okay. So, prone to return to the wind. I wanna. It says in the notes, complete the following wind quest to unlock. But it doesn't tell me the wind quest.
Go back to it. Complete the follow the wind. Okay.
Oh, God, my God. It's
It's
just
hard to remain on dry
that I don't
land
read
for
stuff
so
proper.
long.
Okay, follow the wind to see where's that. Ah, where the hell's that? I don't see follow the wind. Wait, let me read the top part. Autumn. How do you even start a follow the wind quest?
Oh my gosh.
Is that a main story?
Yeah.
What story is that?
Follow the Wind is the chapter leading into Inazuma.
Oh my gosh! Wait, I don't even know how far I am from that, but that sounds far.
You're not that far. You just need to complete the current storyline, or the current quest that you have active, complete the Zhongli storyline 2, and then you can start Follow the Wind. And then after that, then you can start this new quest line.
Okay, so I have to do the Archon quest? No, is it the Archon quest? Wait, there's just 3 Archon. Wait, huh? I have a lot of stuff.
It's the we will be reunited. That's what you need to start with.
Do you want to hold the hamster? Absolutely no. Damn. That's rude. That's rude, sis. Oh, sorry. I was ignoring you for a second. What was that, Orange?
Okay, that's just rude.
That really is. Just stand there like I'm not being bad. But yeah, okay. So which one? The unexpected guest one, you said, or the path through the storm, or the dishonorable trial, or all of them?
Just start with the we will be reunited dishonorable trial.
Okay.
Get my land legs
So
back.
it's like right here. So the heck is a cock?
I am a capybara.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a hamster. Just what he said.
I am a capybara. I am not a hamster. There's a big difference.
Yeah, a hamster.
I will smack you.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them.
But honestly, like, my favorite thing about Genshin so
But
far
how
is that
aware
the
of
main
this was the
quest
animal
storyline
Archon on
stuff
receiving this gift?
back to back are just
And how
absolute
much did he give
bangers of
back in
quests.
return?
Oh yeah.
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though.
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral. Don't say anything bad about the animal
It's what,
archon.
yeah, I got Chroma to say that I'm the cutest
And
capybara,
actually, the animal
Oh
archon
yeah.
which is the
Ugh,
truth.
never mind.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral.
He likes making fun of me for
I'll
being
leave
a
you
hamster
two to mingle
because
with the sisters.
the artist that drew
Huh?
my avatar didn't make it fully look like a capybara, but I was like, you know what, I like this.
He smacked me.
I don't know what
Daddy.
I don't know
Damn.
what hamster daddy you're talking to. There's no hamsters here.
We've done everything else together.
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these
Ah,
affairs
dude,
with
he's
their
Satan
utmost
himself.
trust.
He can't walk into a church.
Having
Yeah,
you tag
he's
along
Satan
will
or
only make them
something.
suspicious.
Would only make them suspicious of what? They don't know you.
I'm still blown away. by how
You don't
fast we
think
beat
he'll be
Melania.
popular among the sisters? That's
Correct.
hell yeah.
And just as our little friend said,
He's like, yeah,
that,
you're.
that
I
hand
might
is
say
blocking the
something
entire
bad about the
screen.
church at any time.
But no, I'm
When
actually
a
like,
non-believer
really surprised.
steps
I'm
onto
still like
holy
blown
ground,
away how fast we beat
the result
Melania.
is never pretty. I have
This
never
just blows my
received the
mind.
favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that.
Is it?
While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
Yeah, we will.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Yes, yes. All right. To the church I go. No, leave me alone. I like it bad. Big pats in the head. Nah. Hey, Barbara.
Honorary knight. Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today?
Maybe.
But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
But why?
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
I like how it's echoing because they're in the cathedral.
What's that?
Well, that's just good sound design.
It is.
What does it do?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace.
They walk
Nearly
away.
every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
Can't have statues in Detroit. I don't know.
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories?
Yeah, smooth one, Paimon.
Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
I'd laugh if Barbara's like, I can read your mind.
Other strange
can't, but-
stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the tyrant's final fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The tyrant's final fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
Oh, wait, I should do something really fast. I just now realized. I need to edit stream. Genshin. Alright.
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the tyrant's final fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own.
So bizarre.
Right. Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing
God, I
it.
freaking want Rosaria.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
Love her design.
If you're looking for the Knights of
I've got her
Favonius, they're
C6.
busy
I
with
could
those
give you
monsters
one. I'd
again.
give you one.
Hey, Rose Day Petal. Yeah, beating Millennia that fast was incredible and unexpected. But kind of not. I don't know. We were pretty close last time, so we kind of expected it to be within reason. I don't think we expected that reasoning, but
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident.
Rose Day Petal, are you familiar with the great Rosemi-sama?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
wait, what?
Rosemi from
Indeed.
Niji
They're
Sanji.
gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
I was like,
Master Jean said
yeah.
you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Don't worry, I'll go help.
Right. We'll go give Master Jean a hand.
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful.
Oh my
May
god,
the
the
animal
Spark Knight is
Archon
Klee.
protect you all.
Wait, what's up?
I'm sorry, I'm starting the Archipelago quest.
Oh.
And they're doing the official thing of talking weird. And they talked about the Spark Knight. And then I'm like, okay, maybe the Spark Knight is Liz, the librarian, or Lisa, the librarian.
Oh.
And they said, oh, well, won't your homeworld grow back? Please tell me, please. As soon as she said please, I'm like, oh no, it's Klee.
She's so adorable. Also, it's just, I don't know if Reynard just has foxes. Stop living in your imaginary world. So how's your day been, Birthday Petal? Where am I going? I'm going backwards. Oh yeah, just ignore him.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
Okay.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archon's old companions.
Alright. This place. La 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 la.
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Crumble!
See our favorite character.
To ashes!
Da, 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 da. Bye-bye. Ba, 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 ba.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
Sure.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
We should hurry and find Lucas.
Yeah,
Farius?
let's go!
I'm not going any further.
Coward.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
Yeah, that's probably not it. Our fuzzy thing's cute.
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable.
You really dislike the Seven, don't you?
There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of
Me?
advice.
No, I'm fine.
Always be on your guard when around gods. You shouldn't place too much trust in them, but at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down.
Yeah. that's
Even
what
if
we're
the
gonna do.
god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Why's your opinion so controversy?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Tell me
Huh? What fact?
the facts.
The destruction of the nation of Kanria by the gods
No, but I
is
can't
the
make it more
reason
fun.
the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven.
Oh no.
Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief.
Okay.
Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
I will.
Up, there he goes.
He went.
What a strange man.
I can kind of see what he's coming from.
Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods.
Especially you, Paimon.
At the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
Under lack of trust, best to avoid the situation entirely.
Not the easiest situation.
Shut up, Paimon.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what
Ah,
are you two
it's
doing here?
Jean.
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you.
No, we're not.
Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
No, we didn't.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back.
Okay.
I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you.
We're right here.
Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... What is the connection between them?
Horned, what is a Boreas?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason?
Maybe.
The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation.
No, we will.
Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before.
We have.
Maybe it is best that you are also the one to meet him this time.
I'll do it.
Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
Yes. Why am I almost dead?
Because your characters are under level.
No. Okay, what is a what is a Borealis? Or who is a Borealis? Explain this to me, Horns.
It's the wolf in the forest. You not been to the forest?
Yes, I have. You mean this thing? Oh,
Yeah.
it is him. Dominator of wolves.
Also, in case Chroma ever asks again who has the deeper voice, it's me.
Yes, it is. And I have the higher voice. I went the wrong way. Need to fly back. What the hell was that? I am running in the field with lots of grass, and I will burn it right now. No, I won't. Burn, burn. Ba, 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 ba. La la la, I'm climbing a wall. It's so fun. Uh-oh. Am I gonna make it, or am I gonna fall to my death? Yes, I live.
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
No! Wait, what the hell is that thing? That thing is super strong looking.
Not welcome here.
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now.
Yes.
You claim to be a guardian.
Yes.
Yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory.
Nice.
If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past.
Don't fall for his trick.
Lies.
He's pissed.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Avalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
I will stop this.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain.
He's going to die. This guy looks strong. Ah, son of a bitch. He is strong.
Adventure time.
Order guide you.
Life goes on.
Da 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 da.
I'm going in.
Wow.
This abyss order is almost dead.
I need to say
Opening
this.
box of
I
the
say-
Death
Sleeping Stilly again.
Alice, please.
Oh no.
It was like, here, Alice gave me a present if I were to ever see you guys again. Pulls it out. It's a bomb!
Wow.
Gather.
I just think...
Stop
Oh
that.
my god.
Power that ended Haishan.
Stay freaking still.
This is order.
Just a scrap.
Go.
Solidify.
Let's light it up.
Wheel of life.
Quake.
Everybody stand back. You haven't won yet.
Guys. Sacred name, Fortune Preserver.
Heck yeah.
Order guide you.
Okay, move. He's whipping my ass, but he's not.
To ashes!
Life goes on.
The world will burn.
It will not burn. You will burn. And then everyone will burn. Stop that.
The ceremony was interrupted.
It
How
was.
fortunate for you.
No, it was still my plan.
How
to
does an
weep.
old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
Yes, it will. I will break everything about it. Bye-bye.
I don't think you need to sing anymore.
I want to sing until the end of this cutscene.
Okay.
Yes. At least we stopped him this time.
Thank you. You came
Yeah.
just in time.
Human Lupercal, I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state.
I am ashamed of this.
The Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules.
I don't know. I would do that too.
I too didn't see.
I just realized
The trap.
Flint's outfit looks a lot like Fischl's.
Did it?
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything
I wasn't thinking
prepared
about
to
it till
corrupt
just now, but I'm like,
Lupus
yeah, they actually have a
Boreas's
very similar
mind,
outfit.
then
Who does?
lured him out under the
Fruit
pretense
from
of
Bishojo.
challenging him in a
Oh.
trial?
Interesting. Not your fault, Razor.
Thank you. In the
You're just
future,
weak.
my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, just a coincidence.
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's notes doesn't even
Oh, yeah,
know
did
what
you get to
danger
watch any
smells
of
like.
the
Besides coming to help,
debut
we
of
actually
the
have
new
something to
Bishojo
ask
member?
you about too.
No, I did not.
Amemiya?
Excuse us,
Mamma
Mr.
mia!
Wolfguard.
Mamma mia!
Do you know anything about
Well,
the
it's
first field tiller?
Mr. Wolf God.
A-M-I-Y-A.
I
Amemiya.
pay no heed to the contraptions of
Something like that.
humans.
I think.
I know not
What do they
this
look like?
field tiller is.
They're a cute little angel girl.
Though
Aww.
there was indeed one human-made machine
But don't mention her flat
that I
chest, she'll
can
get angry.
never forget.
Yes. Perfect. I mean,
She's
Oh,
very
fortunate.
reminiscent of a
It entered
necromancer I
into
once
my
knew.
proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for
Oh.
a challenger.
But surely I must be imagining that.
Yes, surely.
Could not think.
Just like Kason reminds me of a
Only
dragon I once knew.
fight. It was designed as a pure
Nari,
killing
right?
machine
Right? Right?
from top to bottom.
Oh no, a much grander dragon.
Yes.
I
Elder
eventually
Dragon.
damaged
Eldritch
it
Dragon,
greatly
maybe.
with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
It could have spin.
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fire.
Oh my god, I hate that thing.
Although no match for a god, It was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well?
We fought it,
Anyway,
probably.
this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it?
No, Boreas is a
Sounds
fun
like the
little
first one
weekly
was way
fight.
stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know. But did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too, also be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
So, Amamiya, is that the first V-Sojo, Japanese member?
No, the first member was Keisan.
Okay, Keisan.
But she's the second member.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Even though,
yes,
doesn't Keisan speak English very well?
Yes, she's from Georgia. But it's just very fun because she lives in Japan. V Shoujo wanted to branch out from America and Britain.
Yeah, it's so like interesting knowing that they were English V-Sojo when the whole VTuber thing started in Japan. That's just awesome.
So
I saw her, but
Fruit
purposely avoided her.
Started out as a VTuber for V Shoujo. Her first.
As both the
thing, but
Lion
she
Fang
liked
Knight and
designing
acting Grand
outfits for
Master,
VTubers.
she naturally would have
So
some
all
reservations
of the
towards
alternate
me.
outfits that all of the VTubers have are all made by Fruit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, which is really cool.
Yeah, she said in her debut that it's her dream to one day host a VTuber fashion show.
That'd be cool.
That would be so cool.
If I'm not careful,
for that.
one day I may find myself becoming the
and then
object of one of
Vebe
her
is also
investigations.
a VTuber who hails from Britain.
But back to the matter at hand.
Zentrea,
I defeated some of the Abyss
I
forces,
think
but
she
wasn't
is
able to
American
gather
as
any
well
information.
as Iron Mouse
Did you have more
and
success?
Nyanners.
Mhm.
And I think Mel is Canadian. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so they are all mostly North American, minus the two people from England. And but they wanted to branch out their company a little bit, and Keisan has really grown to bond with Iron Mouse and Melody and some of the other girls from V Shoujo. So
Yeah,
she decided to join V Shoujo, and she had a good friend who recently lost their job, and were able to get them to come in and join V Shoujo.
yeah, I know, which is, I mean, that's just really cool. I mean, V-Sojo is like a very powerful company or big company that is like rivals
No, they're
almost the
not.
Hololive.
They're not a big or powerful company.
They are. You don't know it.
There's only 7 members.
V-Sojo?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of the other?
Niji Sanji. Niji Sanji has so many members. Oh
Yeah, I forget that.
I can't keep up with them.
Yeah, I actually forget that because I get them mixed up, V-Sojo and Nisa Sanji. So that's a
V
good point.
Shoujo only has Zentrea, Melody, Iron Mouse, Nyanners, Veve, Fruit, and now Keisan and Amamiya. That's 8. Excuse me, they have 8 members. And then, of course, there's the person that writes their comics, Merryweather. So that's technically 9. But that's all for V Shoujo. Niji Sanji has so many members, I can't keep track of any of the Japanese ones because I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
I can keep track of one of the Indonesian girls. Her name is Hana Makia. I show you a lot of her clips because she's funny, and her father is funny.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, is that the?
And she was born here in America, and so she speaks Indonesian, English, and Japanese.
Right.
She's awesome. And then I can't even follow all the English people from Niji Sanji because they introduced so many so fast. I know of the first three: Finana, Illyra, and Pomu. I know of the second group, which was Millie. Shoot. Nina. Selen. I don't remember the fourth girl. And then from the next group,
see.
Vox and Ike are the only two I remember.
Right.
Well then, we can
and
more or
Luca.
less
Luca
figure out where the
is-
first field
But
tiller
like,
ended
I don't
up.
care about Luca. Oh, and then there's Mr. Rios, but like he doesn't count. I don't care.
Doesn't
And
count.
then they had another English generation. I'm just like, I'm not following them. I don't care. There's too many already.
Yeah.
Huh? Really?
Meanwhile, Hololive
Just from the
has
Lupus
their
Boreas
original
story?
generation and the second generation, who recently just lost a member.
Yeah.
And there should be a new generation coming out soon for Hololive EN.
Yeah, because it's usually in September, or I guess you could say October. It's really September. But
I usually say August, but August to September.
oh yeah. Yeah, I am curious on like what they're planning on with the next gen.
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis.
Also, I saw that Hollow Stars,
Huh?
the Chinese portion of Hololive, added an EN member.
Yeah, there was rehearsals back in like March or something like that.
But I just found that interesting.
That
That
is.
they're gonna have an American one in the Chinese market.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be more focused on English. Well, like work with like maybe collabing with the EN girls at some point.
Or
That'd be
maybe-
interesting.
Yeah, that I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
I really don't. It makes zero sense to me.
For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Actually, Barbara's the deaconess. Get it right, freaking.
Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there.
Yes, Paimon.
Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom, it would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
Wow, Paimon, you're so smart.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area.
No need.
What do you mean?
Murdered. I remember. I killed everything.
My,
You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers
What?
too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
What's up? Something big.
So they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we arranged travel to get there." And I'm like, "What is it?" I come over the hill and I see the thing. I'm like,
Danger.
"Danger, danger, Will Robinson."
La, 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 la. Fine, I'll go higher up. Stop blowing me up. Ow.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye.
Okay.
Ooh, so what did you see?
I don't see anything.
Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited!
Paimon, you failed me once again.
What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
Does your brain work right?
This requires another method.
Probably not. Not unless there's food involved.
Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try.
Oh, mysterious energy.
And done.
Huh.
Wow!
It's a ball!
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller.
Huh.
All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
Interesting.
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
Hasn't heard of prototype? That's interesting.
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
An extreme and dangerous operation.
Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
Put it under the guardship of the Church of Favonius. This may not be bad.
No. I'll guard it myself.
No. Going to the church.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
He probably will.
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
But I trust them.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue.
Can I let the church take care of this one?
We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven!
It is.
As well as being a really important cultural relic,
Sure.
they're actually divine too!
Are they? Paimon, you just sound like you're just trying to find an excuse for murdering it.
Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now.
I feel like you're going bonkers.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald.
Ooh.
I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
I'll murder it. Alright. I actually forgot where this is. Let's see. Why does someone want to join me? That's so sweet of them, but no. I'm doing mission. Alright. No, that's the wrong place. This away! La 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 la. wonder if you're allowed to this. I assume you can't come into a dungeon like this.
Not that, no.
It's just like a story dungeon, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Time to die.
No, don't think of it like that. Think of it as you're gonna beat it.
Oh yeah. Time to murder everything
after all
as they're
that
stabbing me in the
running
chest.
around, we end up right back here again.
Just stab harder.
Look at us. We
Stab
barely
harder.
escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That are the stupidest.
What the hell's this?
To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go. And remember to be on your guard.
Oh no, I screwed up. Oh, I made it. I didn't jump and I somehow miraculously made it. No! Whew, that was scary. I lived again. No! No, you fool! You fool! You fool! Wait, I
I
lived.
died as I lived. Barely.
No! No! I can do this! I can do this! I can get back up! I can retrieve myself! How do I get up there? Goodbye, real world. I miss you. Kinos. Elden Ring, The Adventures of Paimon. Absolutely. No shit. Goodbye, real world again. Yeah, Kinos, we actually beat Millennia.
Did you switch the game?
I did.
Oh,
No.
you didn't switch the title though. You said it's still a last Elden Ring.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna leave that, whatever. I'll figure it out later. No, I lost her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I'm just doing terrible. Will you freaking jump? Come on, me. Learn how to jump.
Hey, if you need to be able to jump higher, don't forget that Zhongli can drop a pillar and then you can jump from the top of that.
Oh, it's more that I'm just being dumb and I'm not jumping, period. I'm also being selfish. I want that, Get away from me! Oh! Whee! I made it. I should have freaking had Chi-Chi or somebody. We could have someone dead now, and this is probably not
Looks
good.
like we're here.
We're here?
An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Yes.
I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, well.
Oh, such a
Might have
scary
accidentally just jumped
place.
off a cliff and almost killed one
Be
of my
careful
characters.
to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
Whoopsie,
The Abyss
whoopsie.
Herald. It's here.
What's up, Kinos? How's it going?
You sense correctly.
This is gonna be hard. Beto is dead, and I'm about to fight a boss.
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsmith, enemy of the Abyss.
Yes, Abyss
I
Herald.
sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares. Unless...
This Abyss went into my dreams just like Freddy does it all the time.
Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same.
We are?
We're both dangerous.
We are.
But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
Actually, can we just be friends? I feel like that's an easier route than throwing me in a cage like a little slave. That's rude.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption.
Hey, I'm talking to him. This is diplomacy.
Time to silence you.
Diplomacy.
Oh no! No, come back to life! God, this is gonna be a problem. I don't know how to bring it back to life. We'll just use that move. She back to life? She is. Okay. Now I need to freaking cure her somehow. Kill this guy again. Kill this guy again. I want a new spear. Like, I want a really good spear with him.
Gather.
Life goes on.
Life goes on, alright.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Yes, order in the court.
Crumble.
Wheel of life.
Shoot. Ow!
Faster.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Yes! Full health, almost.
Rise. This is order.
Oh, she's almost lost her.
Life goes on.
Let's light it up. Why do they never miss?
Orders given. Orders received.
I will have order.
Let's light it up.
Rise.
Everybody stand back. Eyes on me.
Life goes on. I must live on.
Yay!
Okay.
Ow, stop that.
Crumble. Order guide you.
Ow! Stop that.
Rise.
Die! Death.
Careful about giving him compliments, Avero. He gets those in his head and get a little cocky about it.
It is!
Let's light it up. Teamwork is... That's gonna hurt in the morning.
I don't know what's going on. I can't see. Get me out of this corner. What's going on?
You haven't won yet.
Get me out of this corner. Okay, thank you.
I will have order.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Power that ended Haishan.
Grant me new life. The end is nigh.
Oh, faster?
Damn, that shield.
Yours or theirs?
His.
I'm going in. Adventure time.
He's like the big ass shield on.
Basically a second health bar.
Yep, exactly. The hell is that move?
Let's light it up.
How you doing? Dave Curio? Cool name.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Yeah.
Surprise.
No, get back here. I'll freeze you to death. So I'm not using it.
Yeah, when you're trying to hit his shield using elemental reactions with the
Huh.
Why do they never
I
miss?
figured that out, but
Yeah.
This is order.
Finally, almost got it down.
Go.
Jesus. The hell? Oh, that's a cool move.
Prince.
Oh.
Hey! Could that be?
Oh, his name's Ether?
Ether and Lumina.
I finally found you.
Wait! He just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald.
Well, yeah, he's me. Just my brother.
Your brother? And the Abyss?
They're
Lumi,
friends.
why are you with Dane?
About Dane.
Uh-huh.
Why are you asking like something that doesn't matter?
Your brother knows Dane?
I actually thought they looked alike.
Ether, we meet again.
They're the brother and sister from the
What's
beginning
going
of
on
the game.
here?
Yeah.
Dane knows him too?
No, I meant Dane. Sorry. Dane had like the resemblance of my brother.
That's true.
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Ether,
Stop saying things that don't make sense. Oh, she's pissed.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him, to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into the monsters of the abyss.
So, if you play, I guess, Ether, then the girl speaks, I assume, in this scene?
Yep. I chose Ether.
Wait, what's the, her name is Lumini?
Lumen.
Lumen? Okay.
I think it's actually just
Lumen?
or Lumen.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You're saying Dane
It really is.
from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves?
Paimon, you're repeating yourself. That's what my brother said.
And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Let's go home.
Home. Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with Destiny will see no end.
Destiny?
Listen to me, Lumine.
Okay, Lumine.
I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Huh.
Left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information.
I'm not gonna claim Paimon's right ever. I'm sad.
Really?
I'm not sad.
You sure?
Yes.
At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Once we get back to Zoom. So is this part of actually the main storyline, or was this actually a side story quest?
No,
Okay.
you had to do this to proceed with the story.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it seems like way too big to be a side story, but
And then next you have to do the Zhongli quest.
keep in mind that we are looking for more clues.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you get to do Follow the Wind, which is what lets you go to Inazuma and the
Confusing.
Golden Apple Archipelago.
Do you understand it
Hell
at
yeah.
all?
And did you understand?
Try saying that 5 times fast. Golden Apple Archipelago, Golden Apple Archipelago, Golden Apple Archipelago, Golden Apple Archipelago, Golden Apple Archipelago.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, maybe it was easier than I thought, but
No. My speech impediment would kill me. Archipelago, I give up.
Sound like Porky Pig up in here.
I was listening to my brother really listen to what you were actually saying, Paimon, because I don't care about you. I mean,
Let's go over it again.
no, I don't want to.
Man, don't be so mean to Paimon.
I know I shouldn't, but I just am.
Called your brother Prince.
Well, yeah, because he's a prince. Duh.
Seems like your brother is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to him. Still, we don't know for sure if he's the highest ranking leader in the organization. Also, your brother said that he wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean?
That means exactly what he said.
Could it be he wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations?
He made it sound like he's been alive for like 500 years in this time, which means he knows way more than me. He has probably reasons. I could be wrong on that, but it just made it sound like
the
it.
Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed.
But do we know anyone else who's been around for hundreds of years and may or may not know anything about that?
Dane.
What about another friend who may or may not be a god who's been around for all these hundreds of years?
Oh yeah, it's my donut friend.
Some old rock dude, you know?
Actually, wait, how old is or how long has the Bard been around?
Long enough to also probably have been there.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the
guy that's in your party.
Exactly. Actually, why isn't he speaking? He's in my party. I'm gonna slap him later. He just comes out, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, guys.
And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order.
How do you know he hasn't turned into a monster? We don't know anything about Dane. Paimon, stop assuming.
So that's why your brother said that Dane is his enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now?
Because he's the ultimate enemy, dude.
Also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother, it turns out he's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that?
Thinking about it over and over will solve nothing. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, you're right.
I know.
Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright.
Yay.
If your brother wants you to reach the end of your journey, show him what you're made of.
I will.
Come on, traveler. Let's go.
Yay, it's completed. I also like how Dane went into the teleport. He's so freaking fast. There's no treasure chest? I got gypped. Oh wait, there's one right there. I'm done. Yay.
What? No treasure? Okay, we'll give you some treasure.
He not disappeared there. Okay.
I might not have enough energy to make it up this cliff.
It is time. It is time.
To go on to the next quest, not to the golden apple. What am I doing here? Awkward.
It has been done. Okay. Did you fall? Did you die? Can I laugh at you?
Yeah, I died a little bit.
Okay. Where am I going?
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long.
You're so extreme. I
I
am.
seem to get my land legs back.
And I like it. No, go back. I wasn't done. Okay, now I'm done.
You need to fix yourself. What? Did you accidentally spawn a litter of kitties and then you need to be neutered?
No, his brain needs to be recharged. He has to go inside, rebuild it, and then come back.
Just turn yourself off and turn back on again. You'll be fine.
That's true. That's how computers work. And he's a cyborg. A cyber.
A cyber.
A cyber.
A cyber.
But yeah, you have a good night, Keenus. Wait, where am I going? I don't even know. I assume in a zoom up.
No, so the next thing is you need to go to your Archon quests, or the different,
3 more!
character quests.
Oh.
And
right.
you need to go to,
the second part.
Zhong Li's second one. You have to do that first.
Alright. Where am I going? Where am I going? Hello.
I know you don't like the old rock days, but
I still have a human body that bleeds. I don't feel it. That sucks. Wait, what happens if you drink your blood? Can you feel that? No, unnoticed wounds. Where's that quest? Hey, where is it? Is it this one? It has to be this one.
you haven't accepted it yet.
Wait, have I not? Eh. Oh, I know I did. Return to the questing to view quest details. Oh yeah, it's the historical. Okay, that's the one I'm on right now then. Cool. Where's it leading me? Okay, here. Wait, that must be it. The hell? Navigate. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Ah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill you.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Any new commissions?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two.
Thank you.
Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the Adventurers Guild can spare some manpower.
Yes.
What is it we have to do exactly?
Everything.
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome! We're good at that!
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're willing to accept this commission, head over to the dock and talk to Uncle Dai.
Did you know how these two twins are very similar to me and my sis? They're both not in their area. They kind of got like separated from the world. They're both trying to search for each other. Technically, Akadi's just standing in the back trying to search for my controller, and I won't let her steal it. And we're both princes and princesses. Like they stole.
Well, technically, they're not princes and princesses in this story, but
Well, as long as they throw around the prince and
he's
princess,
called the
that's all that
prince
matters.
because he's like the leader of the abyss.
Yeah, but I'm a princess because I'm a princess of Euphonius. Or you get it? I'm a phony. Phony princess. Okay, went over here. Hey, those kids want to hang out with me again on the boat. La 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 la.
Feast your eyes on these super fresh
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
Yes, yes.
I am indeed. Now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
We are.
Huh? How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again! You're pretty perceptive!
Paimon is not a skilled adventurer.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off.
Yeah. Pebble and dust. The wind could blow her away and she dies.
Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Huh.
Whoa, that's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else!
Oh gosh. She's pissed off because she has to share her loot, which means that's less food for her. Completely selfish.
Do you think we're not up to the job?
Steady down, Paimon.
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies.
Mines are dangerous places. I've seen other places that are much more dangerous. Like the ocean. I drowned in there all the time.
Last time
Or
I
like a
checked,
tree.
adventurers weren't
Like a
experts in
tree.
ore appraisal or geological
A tree
analysis.
doesn't howling.
With a professional by
It
your
is
side,
scary.
everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance.
Oh God, it's him. Please don't let it be who I think it is.
I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul
Who
onto
do you
that
think
that
it
knows
is?
rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
God, what is it? The guy in my party.
Yeah, it's him.
He doesn't know more worth of anything.
You're a fool
Oh,
if you
Mora
think you
worth
sound
no, but he knows
number one
rocks and
rock
he's old.
expert.
He's old. He's like, yeah, this rock's been here for 300 years. How can you tell? Because I remember it. Well, tell me about it.
remember this.
Nothing.
I remember this exact rock from this part. How much is it worth? Who knows?
Oh? And why might that be?
Because Tevet's number one
But
rock
there is nobody that knows rocks better
happens to
than
be a friend
the
of
one
ours.
who makes them.
That is also true. Must be talking about Dip. I haven't heard his name in a while. That's why I can't remember it. I thought it started with...
Zhongli.
Thank you. Okay. I'm really bad with names, as you can tell.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Didn't you? Wait here. We'll go fetch him. Paimon bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
I highly doubt he's probably just hanging out, relaxing. No,
Probably making somebody pay for all of his stuff.
exactly. Yeah, since I'm over here, I might as well go talk to the kids. Get this random mission out of the way. Hey kids, how's it going? Yeah, blah 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 blah. Okay, I'll be the bad guy. Yeah, sure, I'm ready. Oh, thank you. Wait, how do you pronounce that? Podojo. Completely misspelled that, probably. Or missaid that. Damn, the Shino Bushi got me acting up. Aw. Thank you. That's a cute little emote. How are you doing? Pojojo. God, I cannot pronounce that. I'm sorry.
Podoho.
Thank you.
I'm guessing that it has a base in Spanish.
Yeah. Sounds like it could be a cool name. I just can't pronounce it because my brain hurts. Where are we going, little Faye? Faye, is this a girl? The guy, right? That's the guy. That's definitely a guy. I hope the guy. I don't know why, but it reminds me of... No, I don't want to talk to you. Why am I talking? Okay, whatever. Nothing. Talk to you. Also, thank you for the follow. Yay! Oh, I need to stretch. Can I stretch? Ow, my stomach. Okay. No, you're not a meanie. Why am I a meanie? I don't know what's going on with this quest. I thought it was gonna be fast.
Why would it be fast?
Because some of these are fast. I've talked to these kids before. Yeah, little Lulu's a miracle worker. We'll compliment her. Aha! It's done. All right. Back to the mission at hand. Ma 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 ma. Hey, there's Youngly.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Xiangli, there you are!
Oh.
It's like, oh shit, I have to deal with them again.
Here for a few tales. I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
It's the guy again.
Oh, no.
What do you want?
Do you have time?
No, he doesn't have time. He's just hanging out by himself. We think Paimon.
Something I'm rarely short of.
Just an old guy. Old people only have nothing but time.
I have a special task.
We need
He doesn't even
someone
run
who
the country
understands
anymore. He killed
geology
himself,
and ore.
remember?
Yeah, I know.
Someone who understands
Paimon, we were
geology
literally
and
there.
ore.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about.
Damn, Paimon, that's rude. Maybe Dai does know what he's talking about, and you don't know what you're talking about.
Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see. Well, then it will be my
Daddy
pleasure
totally
to accompany you.
Hello, director.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority.
Hello and salutations.
Aw, this is sweet. Thank you for stopping by before bed.
We are at all
Did you have a good
times
day?
adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
So our stream today was to end Elden Ring, and we thought it was going to take at least half the stream, and we beat it in like 12 minutes, this boss. So that was awesome. So now we're enjoying our Genshin Impact relaxation stream. Nice. Good. You had a normal day.
Man, I wish we had a normal day
So
today.
modest, Xiangli.
It's so quiet.
I know.
We got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
I only bought like 2 cards.
Dude, almost fell in the water. Wait, I did fall in the water.
Oh, this is bad. I can't believe. How do I get up this rock?
So you have a good night, director. We have sweet dreams. I completely went the wrong way. Oh wait, no, I'm going the right way, I guess.
Maybe I can make it up here.
Uncle Dai, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep.
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
So modest.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Oh, now I'm curious on who this guy is.
Is this the place?
Aha,
Oh, wait.
Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun Jun.
I feel like I've seen this guy before.
Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
What the heck? This is Zhang Li. Consultant from the funeral parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral
The
Parlor's
Wangsheng
consultant.
Funeral Parlor.
Mr. Zhang Li. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never
My
been.
name
to the
is
parlor.
HornHero.
You could also call the capybara hamster because it's just
No,
true
don't
form.
do that. You do that, you will get punched.
Ooh. I just have like an emote instead of it, a patch, like a punch in the face. But yeah, this is Horns. He usually streams with me on Sundays.
Akadi, aren't you gonna test them?
He does. Recommend following him. It's actually HornHero or Horn_hero, right?
Yep.
I mean, it should be that.
I said hello in the chat, so they can go straight to my channel.
Yes.
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
She's
Oh,
Louise. Wait, that's actually really cool. She's Louise. Hey, thanks for the raid. How's it going?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Aw. Thank you for following him. Welcome to the stream. I am Flint of Fixhanzer, and this is my sister behind me. This is Akadi. And that little hamster over there is HornHero.
Capybara. I will fight you.
My sis doesn't talk, but the little hamster does.
A contest? Why, it would be my
You have a good night, director. Thank you.
I do not
Cheese
remember having
raid.
climbed this cliff.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Which one of us wins?
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
Oh my god, Paimon. Will you be quiet?
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
Also, Cheese. How was your stream?
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunjun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over.
Uncle Dai.
He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
Played Chloe? I don't think I've heard of that. What's that about?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman.
Oh.
In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
I actually don't know what Clono
do you
is.
have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand.
Nice.
Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
It's 300 years old.
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption.
Jesus.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Damn, he is really good. They remade the first two games recently from modern consoles. Oh, what console that it was. Cute little platformer game. Aww.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within.
Isn't crystal ore found everywhere? What?
Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Sounds like a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes.
Maybe he did.
Hey, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Paimon, go behind me and then go 10 feet further back till you fall into the water and we never see you again.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after.
Thank you, Cheese.
Moreover,
Thank you for coming, and thank you for the raid.
crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli said so, it must be true.
It absolutely is true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friendship. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
He's like, oh my god, you know rocks? And Zhongli's like, yes, I know rocks. He's like, ah! He like just geeks out.
It's nice to meet a fellow rockhead.
Jesus.
Dude, I know a bunch of other people and none of them also like rocks.
I know. I was so lonely in my life until you came along. Let's be. Oh my god, I fell off a cliff! I was so close.
To be fair, I'm doing that a lot too.
I should. Actually, I need to go to the healing thingy. Where's the healing thingy? There you are. Na, 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 na. Heal me. Heal me. Alright, now we go over here. Oh boy. I'm flying. All right. To the mines we go. There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, mainly me dying. Don't attack me. I'm innocent. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Give me that stone.
Whoa, this mine is huge.
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished.
Could they be dead?
I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
Ah.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us.
Okay.
We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Sorry, those names.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
I like how he like evaluates that with just like I won't say common sense, but like there's more to that.
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Oh, what was that? Horn?
An air of knowledge?
Yeah. Like, he just doesn't assume that like they're dead or something like that. He's like, you know, he evaluates, okay, they're in the middle, they're in their prime, and so therefore it could be this situation. I don't know. Very, yeah, wise.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
They
We'll
became the
need to
rock.
explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
Also, like, this is like a mystery. Like, I thought it was going to be like, you know, they have to determine the rock's, like, you know, value or something like that. Instead, it's like, people are missing.
See if we can find any clues.
And let's use our knowledge of mining to figure this out. Selling those. Selling those.
Over here. What's this?
Yeah, what is it?
A pile of shirts, some trousers.
A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct.
Maybe they didn't need them.
Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would
You
someone
guys keep
set
talking
off
if you
with
want,
their
but I'm gonna go get
tools,
food.
but leave
Okay.
their luggage behind?
No, that's what Paimon just said.
Oh, gee, of course you would.
Paimon's not talking. I'm gonna go eat. You guys can go hungry.
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
Do you think someone kidnapped them?
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know.
I feel like you just are trying to take credit for Zhongli's hard work. Paimon. I don't like it.
Alright, time to crack into another snack, because I'm getting kind of peckish.
Yeah, I want a snack too.
Alright, next is...
Oh, right on time.
Ooh, chocolate bread.
Did you find anything?
This fluffy and moist
There's a chunk
chocolate
of ore
bread is
here.
packed with rich
Perhaps
chocolate
there are
flavor,
clues
perfect to
within.
share over a Yokohama-style breakfast cup of tea. Well,
I don't
I'm not
like tea.
making... Well, the tea they packed is a fragrant hojika.
Mmm.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please.
Sounds interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Huh. There was... I think that was Ruchia.
Oh my gosh, this looks so cool.
Looks like he's
I'm gonna
concentrating really hard. What's he up to?
He's using an ability.
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
Yep, that's Ruchia.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm
a picture of the
not
chocolate
sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Paimon, do not ask questions that are not involving us.
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before.
Please don't tell me, because then Paimon's going to steal it, and then she's going to blab about it, and then your life is ruined. Not a good idea.
I can perceive the memories of ore.
It's a really cool ability, actually.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand
Have you
on
ever
a
seen any of those
rock
TikToks or
and
videos where they have
boom,
those
it just
super fluffy
happens?
breads?
Yes.
Oh my
No, but I can imagine it.
It's that, but with chocolate.
Sounds delicious.
I've always sensed that ore
sent you a
contains
picture.
memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention,
Right,
and
I'm
the
actually crying a
memories
little bit.
come to me.
Oh, because it's really good?
It's so good.
Amazing!
It's so light
you
and
can
fluffy.
find out everything
Aw.
that ever happened there.
It's like
It depends on the
like
ore.
chocolate cotton
Some
candy.
ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron
But
ore
bread.
and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy.
Was that one of those things from the,
Sakuroko box.
Yeah.
Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record
like,
more
punch
events
to get this
and in
every
greater
time.
detail.
Stone seeing.
Can I get a
Fascinating.
box that's just
A
this?
rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
Yes.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
Sorry, I hate to be
Nice.
Paimon for a
Another
second.
clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Oh, you said to be Paimon? Oh, because you're
Yeah.
eating.
Eating and obsessing.
Wait. I am sorry, but I am going to steal this thing. Oh, I can't steal it. No. Highly dangerous area.
I'm gonna go out and buy more of that. I don't care what it costs.
Well, if it's $300.
Okay, maybe not then, but like, it costs like $30 or $40 to get like a box of that.
Hmm?
I actually might not mind.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. If it's actually that good.
If I get a box, I'll bring you some.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please find them if you can.
Bravo.
I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men.
$3 for a
I stayed
single
behind with
thing.
the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath.
Wait, how much is it?
It's only $2.89
Oh, that's cheap.
per thing of bread. And there's other versions.
I ended up
Maple
falling
cream
asleep in the
and
shelter
brown sugar.
inside.
Dude,
When I
Omega
woke
is
up,
so
there
fat.
was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them, and suddenly, they'd vanished.
They vanished.
When we
Maybe,
get paid next Friday, I'm
maybe
gonna
I'm
buy like
next.
5 of each.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too.
Do we know everything down? According to you, Paimon?
Some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
You're back.
We are.
How are the investigations going?
They're going okay.
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
I don't know. A lot of people may kidnap miners.
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
A child.
A child.
A child.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around.
How does that work?
There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit.
You need help?
You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch him.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Yep.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh?
There,
Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
Yes, let's go find him. La 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 la.
Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Huh.
Dragonfall?
Not my area.
Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious, as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant sensation.
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. They mentioned Dragonfall. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great! Let's have a look.
Let's go. Da 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 da. Ooh.
Wait, there are tracks here.
Oh,
These
track.
must have been left by the miners.
Maybe.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks, we can follow them wherever they may lead.
Ba, 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 ba. La 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 la. Ooh, that's convenient. Wait a second.
Oh, that's inconvenient. I just got booted out, and you might get booted out too.
Oh, really?
It says like, "Oh, there's a new version available. Please
No!
download the update."
I was tricked. Went over too fast. Let's hurry and get this before you kick out then. Alright, I'm fine. Oh. Interesting. Where am I going? Excuse me, guys. I need that treasure chest.
Prize.
Stabilize.
Da, 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 da.
Eyes on me!
Have a little taste.
Da, 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 da.
I got it.
La 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 la. No, don't murder me.
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Heck yeah. All right. Where's these footsteps? Oh, there's some. They're that way.
Hey, footprints!
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went.
Yep.
Oh no, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Hi there. Have you seen anyone dressed like a miner around here?
No, I haven't.
Miner? I'm afraid not.
Let's try someone else.
I'm too old to see.
Hello. Have you seen any miners nearby? About this tall? 4 of them?
I recommend finishing this
Stop
question and
bothering
maybe
me.
ending stream
Can't
there,
you see
but-
I'm
That's what I was gonna do.
But I'm gonna go
A
ahead.
little grumpy, aren't we?
I'll be in the chat and
Okay.
I'll be talking
Whatever.
But
Let's go ask someone else.
for the night.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks for coming. Thanks for helping me beat Elden Ring.
Hell yeah. Don't delete it just yet.
Really?
So we get that last hurrah. Unless you don't want to do that, which is
Oh, you mean the fight with you?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have done that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we should have.
haven't.
Do you want to end the stream with that after you finish this quest?
Maybe. I would like to delete it.
That's fair.
Hey there! Seen any miners?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them.
Yeah, that's them!
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated. Traversing the geography of Lingju Pass must have held them up.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort of trance. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
Huh. This child. Did you see what they look like?
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
And they took this road?
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them.
How much longer do you think this quest line is?
A bit.
I wonder if I should just stop it right now and go back over to that and then continue this on next stream.
I guess, but remember you still have a whole nother quest before you can start the Golden Archipelago.
I see.
So if you finish this quest, it opens up a whole bunch of other things. That's why I'm like, and plus the ending of this quest is so hype.
Okay. Well, I'll continue this then.
This quest pisses me off a lot. Because
over there.
The entirety of the quest is kind
Please
of
save me!
But
Is that what other people were
it ends on such a high note. I'm like, gosh darn it, why can't the rest of the quest be this good?
Fair. Oh gosh, these things.
Quake! Order guide you.
Sacred name, fortune preserver. Life goes on.
Teamwork is dream!
One down.
To ashes!
Get back here, you cowards! Die!
Rise.
This is order.
I never yield.
Dead.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Oh, they're dead. I was like, yeah, barely any life left.
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me.
You're welcome.
My name is Wanyu. I belong to Liyue Shengyu Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
Okay.
Huh? You sure you're not a miner?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of 4 strong fellas carrying mining equipment.
She looked like she's gonna carry
I think I saw
strong
those
stuff.
people.
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people.
a few men, and a child.
Need to be a bit more specific.
I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look. I'm afraid I'm not even sure what they looked like. Apologies.
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend. Again, thank you all for your help.
Yes.
According to the scholar, the miners were heading for Nantiamun.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that we're looking for?
A child with a group of adults sounds pretty close to Paimon.
We easily have been a different group.
But...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Okay.
Aha! Paimon nearly forgot about our secret weapon.
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
Yeah, you do your best. We believe in you.
Huh. It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise from Mr. Zhongli is high praise indeed.
Hell yeah.
Good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along. We would have lost all sense of direction a long time ago.
You think so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case. It's a lot of fun.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child. This is no ordinary incident.
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was unusual. We have encountered many clues along the way. So far, they've pointed us in the right direction. The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road. If their destination is indeed Nantianmen, we should be able to catch up with them.
Yay.
No time to lose.
Let's go.
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here, it should guide him to us.
Clever thinking. A classic Zhongli move.
Alright.
Go. Faster? Okay, faster.
Don't mind me. Wait, so where are we going? Oh, that's way over there. So we can do that. Killing time.
Hey! Over here on the ground! Is this one?
There's a basket lying here, too. This must be one of the miners.
Hey! Hello? Can you hear us?
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed from exhaustion.
Should we wake him up?
I can still dig.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
Looks like he's struggling.
Seems that he thinks he still has work to do. Something's not right. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and monitor his condition before deciding our next move.
Let's go.
How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
How did he get so exhausted?
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
That's strange.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these ore fragments? I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we need to understand.
So he was kidnapped and then abandoned here. But
So
if
sad.
they didn't need him, why bring him all the way out here?
Unless something happened. Something that led him to fall behind.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough. This is too mysterious.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have something for you.
What is it? Ooh, is it a present?
Oh dear.
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, it feels like a fog is lifting. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to track down these clues by myself. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare. One for each of you. A memory, if you will.
It's beautiful. Oh, and the colors change as you turn it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
Can I really keep this?
But of course, take it.
Yes.
And this one is for Mr. Zhongli.
Huh?
Is something wrong? Not to your liking?
On the contrary. I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift during the current circumstances. But thank you. I will take good care of it.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
You sure like rocks, huh, Kunjun?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel at peace among them. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
You'll be okay on your own, right?
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here. Oh, however, there is something I wanted to discuss with you.
Huh? What's with the seriousness all of a sudden?
Traveler, does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
Nope, not at all.
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for? What's so special about it?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals. When the fighting ceased, these geological remnants were miraculously preserved. And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between, relatively unknown. A few hundred years ago, they were virtually mined into obscurity. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike upon ore that has long since vanished from the earth?
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird. Paimon doesn't get it.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations for seeking it are unclear even unto himself, it's practically unheard of.
Perhaps he has ulterior motives.
Ulterior motives? Is he a villain?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch and wait. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, sooner or later the tide will reveal the lie of the land. We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. Now that we've found one, the others won't be far away. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over to us. We still have more investigation ahead. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we've brought this matter to a close, we can return and attend to him. I suggest we leave a note for Uncle Dai. If he does find the camp, he'll know what to do.
Let's do. Bum, 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 bum. Da, 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 da.
Let's light it up!
Okay.
Kunjun, we need to get going.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment.
Is there a pattern?
Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
That makes sense. It is the same for people.
Indeed. Let's keep going.
Let's go! Huh.
Wow. Such an immense tree.
And there's so many mysterious-looking crystals up there, too. Amazing!
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section.
Sure.
All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh! This is...
Interesting.
Hey, what's wrong?
just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about.
Do you see something?
Not yet.
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look?
You're sure there'll be clues in the tree?
If you don't try, you won't
Yeah, there's not gonna be clues in the tree. What are you talking about, Paimon?
You'll be able to get a good look at our surroundings from up there.
I guess.
You think so?
When has Paimon ever come up with a bad idea?
Every time.
Wait a minute. Paimon can fly. All right, Paimon will go. You wait here. Paimon will...
All of you, Come here.
Zhongli's voice came from behind the tree. Did he find another clue? Quick, let's go see. Maybe he found another miner.
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Yay.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel? Someone else go first.
Compose yourselves. I will lead us in. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel. Prepare yourselves and tread lightly.
It's a dungeon. Oh, where do we go?
This is
interesting.
Missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been there all along?
Yes.
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal there's...
Uh-oh.
What do we do? We can't hurt them.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. The heck? Huh. Interesting. Oh no. What the hell's that?
What the heck?
Lorax, you arrive at my doorstep of
Holy
your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
How do you defeat this thing?
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtar, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
I'm barely doing any damage to him.
Gather.
Holy.
Why do they never miss? Everybody stand back!
Ow!
Adventure time!
You beat the thing by doing a lot
Quake!
What's up?
by doing a lot of damage.
This thing's doing a ton of damage.
Opening box of Adeptitrix.
Oh, it's not expecting a big boss.
From rock to dust. Sooner or later.
Yay. Little damage.
Absolve you.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Ow!
Oh, son of a...
Off we go.
Oh. He lived! Holy heck, how did he live? Okay.
Crumble.
Life goes on.
There is no atonement for 1,000 years of pain.
It's
Damn
very
it.
important that you focus
Oh,
on, you make sure that
I didn't
everybody
feel
gets
that.
shields on Genshin.
What was that?
It's like it's important that you focus on making sure you get the shield from Genshin as often as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Order guide you. 15 sands, no, not
Stabilize.
mountains, permanence.
Rise.
Fisher.
Honestly, your characters might just be too low level for this fight.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
This one's not enough.
I don't know how he's alive, to be honest with you. Actually, I don't know how anybody's alive. They're all at
If that is what
one.
you choose to believe, so be
not
it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Stronger than your actual child.
Ah, that makes sense.
Gather.
Alright, you're almost at the halfway point.
Solidify.
Wheel of life.
Gather. The crumble earth will not absolve you.
I will have order.
Yeah, he's freaking strong as hell.
Quake.
This is one of the regular weekly boss fights.
The regular boss fights.
Yeah, he's one of the ones I do a lot because I have a lot of characters.
Oh. Yeah.
You think you can destroy me?
I think that one does so much damage.
Ow.
By the way, she if you hit with her sword a couple of times to put an attack on enemies that will heal
Careless.
damage.
Hey, what?
Gather.
Chichi's passive is when she hits an enemy with her sword, she can them, and allies that attack someone that has attack.
Huh.
Solidify.
Oh, you're really having some
I'm having some what?
frame rate issues.
Oh, yeah. It's because of the both of the and assist.
I didn't think Genshin would be a game like that.
Oh yeah, this is highly. This has a lot of nice graphics. Damn it! Damn it!
Watch out!
Allow me.
Almost got him.
You've recovered. How can that?
Focus your efforts.
No!
Morax.
Oh, there you go. What the hell happened? I got a lot of health.
Let's light it up!
I think this particular one is a story boss fight, so you kind of crumble.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's harder to die, or maybe can't.
Stabilize. Eon of suffering.
I think they're trying to make it look like you just barely win the fight.
Solidify.
Yeah, this is a story boss fight. You're not allowed to lose this. You just healed your whole team to full.
Yeah, I felt that. I was like, what's happened?
Absolve you. Stabilize.
Just focus on you're almost done
this is order.
And there he goes. Interesting.
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ejdaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Ejdaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Ejdaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes. It was all I could manage.
He's going to save me. Theoretically.
Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ejdaha the whole, but a fragment. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ejdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a schism of the will of Ejdaha.
Oh man, yeah.
So there are two Ajdahas?
It was so powerful. I felt his power. I went slow.
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? Would they even care? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself. Your plan was to launch an attack on both ends, from outside and within, thereby fully destroying the seal.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax, and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ejdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion is the world's greatest destroyer of memories.
Erosion.
Erosion ground Ejdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend, and his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ejdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm, why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake, which brought untold suffering to us. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion, but it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, an unstoppable force. And so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Ejdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No. No!
I am the remnants of Ejdaha's benevolence, the echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further, a willingness to coexist peacefully with mankind.
No, no! It is I, Ejdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides. I will not swear allegiance to this insect.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the Earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, Snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting and leaves no trace. Even where it will never fall again.
No! That isn't true! I don't accept this as fate!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Ishtaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajdah. This, I will remember this.
Your power is nearly spent.
Ah, perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
All right. La 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 la. That is a terrifying boss to fight.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
We're coming, miners.
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious.
Test.
It seems he'll be
I'm
okay.
here.
Yeah, I
Sadly,
said this earlier, but it
we
sounds
found
like
no
we're
trace of
gonna
the
get
other three.
God, this quest is so cool.
Huh?
That boss fight and the
Young
music is
Kun,
all
what-
so epic.
What is...
Oh, it is.
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those three miners are over there, in that cave.
Almost
Cave?
a quest.
What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Yeah, some lost frames.
Well,
This
thank
is-
you, all of you. I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can. I'll be back soon. I need to assess their condition.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ajdah.
All right.
You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
Bye-bye, sis. You're fucking lagging this to death.
Surprising that
Not
Genshin
I.
is causing that. Or
Merely
she's
this
causing
It's,
body.
that
it's just
damage.
particle effects. Or that wind. That is destroying my CPU, I think.
Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Ajdah, I am no longer the Geo-Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot guarantee that I won't be awoken a second time.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded, it would be cowardly not to strike out on the road of departure. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary. When you reach the end of time, those people, those past and future relationships predetermined by fate, they will be waiting for you.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental being is longer than any in this world.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago, and would not be having to face me again now.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm, did you hesitate?
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin, and so I was willingly sealed away.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you, let alone seal you away.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend, god of contracts, I hereby honor our agreement.
Thank you, Ishtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax, you too will live for many a day to come.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Bye-bye. Nice seafood. Excellent. I like blood falling. So it is. The real Kunjin.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's only asleep.
Whoa. That was so weird. It was like he suddenly became another person.
Kind of.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun.
Oh, I get the joke of icy food. They have the Paimon emote. So
Yeah.
Paimon's
That's adorable. What about Azurahaba? He was a great friend of yours.
Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
Doing good. I think I'm finishing up finally the quest of Zhongli Part 2.
In our last tale,
Oh,
Rex
whoa.
Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
What the heck?
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ishtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The the Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
That was a cool little cutscene.
A thousand
How are you
years
doing
ago,
today, Alex Bloodfallen?
Ejdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ejdaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger
This
than
last
he.
conversation is the last
And in
bit.
his
This
heart,
is what I meant about
he
the
still
war.
retained an ounce
Yeah.
of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire.
Oh, he stood down as the Geo
Personally
Archon.
sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still
Yes, they were
care
both
a
playing
lot about
evil.
Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Hold on. Wait, what? What? I want to ask something
About what?
about my brother.
Oh yeah, Paimon nearly forgot.
Oh.
So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for.
My sibling.
Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to us.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
I was wondering if that he was going to say something like that.
Another past grievance? Like the incident with Ejdaha? Too painful to talk about?
I mean, have
It
a
was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract. And kept my silence.
Mm-hmm.
How can you be like that?
I'm on.
You two
I
are
love
friends
how I was
to
ready.
me.
Why?
I'm
I know.
sure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
I believe you. Found out a character.
Would you be ready to find out?
So my donut lord was in. I was in the news.
No,
I want to know.
What is the news?
Oh, right.
We're finishing Elden Ring tonight.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to do one more thing.
Yes. We beat Millennia really fast. It was awesome. And then we went to Genshin, and then we just realized, oh yeah, we need to go do the final battle. It's a super powerful battle.
It appears your understanding of this world
That's
continues
the question
to grow.
that like really brought up this still has people questioning about it and everything. Because it's like Zhongli, our best friend, is like, sorry, it's my contract. I can't talk about it. It's like,
yeah.
What happened?
There are many
That's
events
really cool,
in the
honestly.
past, many secrets that lie hidden.
It bugs me so much.
It's a great like story ploy because like it's not out of character for him to say that, and it makes complete sense why he would not say that.
Did he make the contract with our sibling? Did he make the contract with another god?
They have been eroded by time.
They need answers.
Forgotten by
I
the
need
people.
answers.
Abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember
What
will
happened
remember.
in Conria?
If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning.
Yes. It's over. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm curious. I do have enough. Do I want to do one of these characters though?
Do you have Klee?
Oh no, I need to do it on Klee. That's a for sure thing. The others I don't care about as much. Well, I might have a lot on let's go for Klee. We got this. This other one I don't care about. Alright. She's the only little girl I don't have. Ah man!
He asked a question. He said, hey, you don't know her. Guess what?
But what's that? What's that?
I don't know.
I had enough.
I think you actually almost have it. Yeah, you should have enough to make two.
I do. Oh, look at the cute little heart. Oh, I got a new character.
Oh, is that the new guy?
That's the new guy. I don't know anything about him, but that's the new guy. I guess I'll find out in a moment. All right. Well, oh no, I don't have enough. I almost have enough.
You do.
I do?
Well, I gotta wait for you to get through this, but I'm pretty sure you have
I have 13. And I need...
I'll need to look at the bottom corner, but I think you have enough to buy enough
Oh. Let's go check.
in the shop.
I am... Oh, wait. Wait, what the hell?
Go to the shop. I think you have enough to buy...
I could buy one.
One from each? Can you buy one from each? Because there's one shop and there should be
another. Oh yeah. So I could buy two and one. No, maybe that would be enough.
That's exactly enough.
Okay. Let's go, Klee. All right, let's do this. I need to rest. Sorry. You have a good night, Alex Bloodfallen. Thank you for coming. All right, here we go. Oh, maybe. Yeah, something. I think. I can't. Oh, that was unexpected. I mean, it's not Klee.
Can't wait to see what it is.
Not bad, I don't think. I'll be fine with that. What's up?
I'm dying of anticipation.
Definitely a 5-star.
Oh, you got Jean.
Yeah, I was like, not terrible. It's not like I would have preferred Mona or something, but you know, I'll be happy with
I
that.
like Jean. She's fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not bad. And I think I have the alternate dress for her too, so I think
Ow!
I'm happy with that though. All right, so that ends that stream or that part of the stream. Oh, let me close this part. And then we'll go back to Elden Ring for the final part, the final battle.
And tomorrow I need to go beat the Elden Beast, and then
You could stop it.
then I can delete it.
Oh shoot. My controller. Hopefully I turned it on in time. Guess I'll find out. Yeah, you're gonna retract. Come on, hurry up.
Now, since am I your final boss or are you my final boss? Who's summoning who into whose world?
That's a good question. I guess you could come into my. I don't know. It doesn't matter actually, because theoretically this is for your stream in a long way, in a way.
That's fair.
But I guess I could be summoned into your. What the hell just happened? Where is it?
So there's two places we could go for this fight. There's the main academy gate at Liurnia, and there's the Star Scourge Radon area. Where would you like the fight to be?
You said the Radon?
Yeah, the giant desert that we fought Radon in.
I want to say that. Why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? Don't be a pain in my butt. Give me a sec. I don't know why it's not showing it. What the hell? That was weird. That's fine. Okay, it's just back. Okay, so Radon area. Let's see. Is this castle, I assume? Like the steel sanctum?
For Radon, it's literally the place called Star Scourge Radon. And it's in Caelid. It's in that big open area of Caelid that like there's nothing else in.
Caelid. Wait, it's the red area, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Don't tell me you don't have the grace.
Oh, don't. I may not have the grace.
You don't have. Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay, I'm blind then. Where is it?
It's the one. Like if you're looking at Caelid, it's almost like mid-east. Mid-east, and it's all by itself in a big open area.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Oh wait, I'm not allowed to put down a sign here. Okay, never mind. Can't do it there.
We can't do it here, you said?
Yeah, it won't let me put down a summon sign there, so maybe it has to be at the main castle gates.
Has to be at the where?
I'm gonna. Well, let me. I'm just gonna teleport around and see if I can find a place I can put this stupid sign down.
Do I have to have a sign?
No, I'm the one putting the sign up because you're signing. Okay, so yeah. Go to. Do you remember where the academy is in the middle of Liurnia?
Which?
Go to the northmost grace in the academy, and it's the main academy gate. Is what the name of the grace is.
Main academy gate. Line 2.
Alright, so as I'm recording this now, as a final boss to make a nice round number for the series, the quote-unquote final boss is going to be me fighting my friend who I've been helping play through the game, Flint Fixhanzer.
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear him, because sometimes you hear him and sometimes you don't.
Yes. He is gonna die.
My summon sign is down next to the grace. You do have to pop a Furl Collar Finger remedy.
Alright.
And it's the red sign. It's not a sign like it normally is.
Ah. Oops. I see it. Interesting. Actually, you know, I'm gonna stand in front of the castle. It just looks like what's in the back of me. No, they're both good views. Never mind. There we go. Must do my bows. All right, are we ready?
Hey!
All
I'm
right.
ready. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Ah! Holy shit! How did I live? Are we allowed to carry each other?
If you want.
Let's do it. Make this battle real big. Been training by the master for so long. Holy shit!
You got the bloodlust proc on me.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I know how the build works at least, so that gave me a little bit, but I still am shocked that I got that blow. Well, does theoretically you have to beat me?
Sure, why not?
You do both. Let me.
I'll drop the sign again.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually happy about that. If I didn't care, you would have beat me for sure.
Oh wait, let me change one thing.
This time I won't care.
No, you can heal.
Okay.
Alright, I'm ready.
Ba, 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 ba. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. I should just. Holy shit. That horn.
And that is the series. Elden Ring is a fun game, and early game, this build is nuts. But once you get later game, you gotta change some things up because the bosses just don't sit still long enough to just blow on them. Now, this has been a fun series. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one because this took forever to do. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I guess if you have a challenge, let me know. But otherwise, that's it for Elden Ring.
Hell yeah.
Check out the rest of the stuff. Thanks. Everyone have a great day. All right, and the recording's done.
Awesome.
So that's done.
And
I just gotta beat the Elden Beast.
And just like Horn said, this is the last time I will be playing Elden Ring, at least for a little bit. You know, but maybe when the patch comes out, I don't know. I may take at least a little break just because. Well, I've been playing this for half a year. I feel like. I don't know if it's been maybe 3-4 months. Wait, when did this come out?
February, like very
yeah, no, it's been almost half a year, dang. But anyways, you know, there are still Dark Souls 3, which hopefully I'll beat whenever they unlock the multiplayer in that, because it's been sealed away for a long time. Other than that, you know, those are the Souls games, at least for a bit. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye bye. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Is there anybody to raid? To check that really fast.
Oh, you can raid Amamiya.
Send a little thing to that, the name, in chat, and I will do it.
I'll just send the link once this ad is over.
Okay.
I'm sure if you just search Nazuna, Nazuna, it'll come up.
Yeah, it's time. Let me pull it up.
God, literally the other day she got like over almost 2,000 subs, and somebody just gifted 50 subs to the community.
Wow.
What the fuck?
You said AZA.
NAZ.
Oh, NAZ.
Here, I'm just gonna send you the link.
Okay.
On Discord. You'll get that link along with the
it's in
image
Japanese.
Sensible fried chicken
Yeah, she's a
salads are under
Japanese
600
streamer.
calories.
That's like the whole point of it.
Yeah.
But she is a VTuber,
You're
and
telling
you
me a
know
fried
she's
chicken
new.
salad is under 600 calories
give her
with
love.
the dressing?
Yeah. You better believe it. New sensible salads under 600
Wait,
calories.
how did I
Only
put
at
that in?
Zaxby's.
Oh, I'll just follow.
No.
Oh, cute. I actually recognize this girl. Okay, how do you? Can you like right click on her and raid? I don't even know. I'll just do a follow.
Just.
I got a plan. Never mind. I'm just gonna go to my channel really fast. This is the best way to do a host. On something like this. Or raid host. All right. I'm going in. Three, 2, 1. Again, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.